Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I got out there and thought I could extend my internet out into the streets. I don't know where that came from. But hi, guys. It's Robin from my Alkaline Vegan Journey. And I think we're right back to our pineal to gland discussion. We've kind of really gotten off on a tangent. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we were just live a few minutes ago, but I walked out of my periphery for the internet and lost you. So we're signing back on. Yeah, I wasn't going to come on today because I'm still amidst doing a lot of research. Now, I got a really good question from one of our family members about some kidney failure. Now, I wanted to read you all some of the stuff that I found in reference to kidney failure and the stuff that you can use just in your kitchen. I was so amazed because I'm using the bot, and it without bars, it goes through everything, every detail. It gave all the, as a matter of fact, let me access it through this because I got so many conversations with this thing that I can't find the exact one. But kidney failure, people on dialysis and stuff, y'all better catch up. This is, and the information is readily available. I'm not the only one that can ask this thing questions. It must be busy. But y'all, I'm telling you, they're talking about berries. Okay, cause of dark circles, learn transformer DNA structure. Oh, that's where it was. Because y'all know I've been doing that deep thing on DNA, finding out some really creepy stuff. Have y'all heard now that, and they just now letting us know about it, but they have been using our DNA, or DNA, human DNA. I don't know if it's also plant DNA, but I heard something about it, but to store information. I posted something about how you could take a drop or a couple of cells, and in that one cell you could harness almost some really huge number of gigabytes of information storage. And they've got, the information that I found was crazy. But before we get into that, let's talk about kidney failure. Now, let me see, I asked back here, and it's really interesting how they gave me this stuff. Now, one of our family members did ask me about what to take if you have kidney failure. And this is good for anything dealing with kidneys. So, of course, sea moss. Y'all know sea moss has the Gracilaria and the Eucuma species. The seaweed is known for its medical properties. Here are just some of the medical compounds just found in sea moss. You've got taurine. This is an amino acid that has been found to have antioxidant properties, which can help protect against kidney damage. Fucoidan is a compound that has been shown to have anti-inflammatory and anticoagulant. That means it stops the blood from clotting properties, which may help to reduce inflammation in the kidneys and improve blood flow. The carrageenan is in all sea moss, and it is it's the compound that's been, they say antiviral, antibacterial properties, but we know it as being the actual kickstart of all the minerals and nutrients in sea moss. Now, it says that it contains antiviral and antibacterial properties. And this, of course, prevents infections in the kidneys and alleviates kidney damage. This is alginate. This alleviates kidney damage. This is alginate. This compound has been found to have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which helps against kidney damage. And then you have laminarin, which is a compound found to have anticoagulant and anti-inflammatory properties. And it helps with the blood flow and reduce inflammation in the kidneys. Yeah, I'm telling you, I love this bot because anything you need is at your fingertips. And it goes through a bunch of resources that predate some of this new stuff. Because say, for instance, there's a new trend like sea moss that's hit the scene. And everybody's inundating the market trying to find out more about sea moss. Now, these bots can be trained. And what I've been doing is I've been putting peer-reviewed scholarly articles in the bot with the name of the entity, like NIH, MIT, just to give it more reliable information. Because I remember seeing one person on TikTok. She was an attorney, and she was challenging the bot, and he kept coming back with the same scenario. It's almost like he was hardwired to give that particular answer, almost like somebody purposely tried to train him. And it took her so much to try to get the bot to understand that just from reliable sources that the information that it was given was wrong. But see, the information that I look for is just further explanation and the breakdown. Like when I asked about things that for kidneys, I already knew some of the things, like the berries, the leafy greens. Now they say garlic and turmeric are good, but we of course use ginger. Ginger has the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties, and all of this protects the kidneys from damage. And that's what you're trying to deal with. Why do you keep swiping in my screen? So let me say hi to some of the people who have joined us. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Nikki 1541 is a new member of My Alkaline Vegan Journeys family. Welcome to the family. Then we got Dread Days 1. How are you? I can't say it right. I'm sorry. How are you? How are you? Okay. Then we got Bankster Society. I like that. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Today I wanted to get into the pineal gland, but yeah, I done got off on this rabbit hole of the DNA, and I can't get past something that one creator put out there in reference to our DNA. And we know that there's genetic engineering where you could actually create the type of outcome from a human being by just engineering the DNA, right? So I started asking, because I'd heard some creators say that our DNA has already been programmed. You know, they talk about, you know, these previous civilizations prior to ours and how they basically, you know, yeah, tap the screen. Tap the screen. They basically have programmed our DNA. I don't know. It's you know, some conspiracy theorists kind of stuff. But, you know, it's worth listening to, because you never know if it's a conspiracy or not unless you hear it out. Now, there may be some things that you don't believe, but there may be, because I'm telling you, had I not done that fast, had I not experienced some of the things that I experienced personally, with no outside, nothing, just me personally, man, I can only imagine. And because of that personal experience that I had, and I know people probably think, yeah, that's crazy, that can't happen, but it definitely happened to me. And I know it's because I decalcified my pineal gland with the fasting that I've done. People are now calling me the aficionado when it comes to fasting. I don't know, because I've done so many fasts. And, you know, I'm not going to stop. Y'all know that next week we're supposed to start our either 40-day or 21-day fast for Lent. Lent starts on February 22nd. Is that weird? And then into April sometime. And then you got a week after Lent between Easter. What happened to the calendar? Somebody tell me what happened, because I don't ever recall there being an entire 7 days from the end of Lent to the Easter Sunday. Y'all I don't know. I've never really paid attention to it. But yeah, my experiment is almost over. February 22nd, I kind of will reveal to you all, and that's the reason for, I've been doing some crazy stuff, because y'all realize I'm my own test subject. You know, when I tested Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide, I had to check it out. And what I did is I did 4 fasts in the first year, and between each fast, I tore up stuff that it was not on Dr. Sebi's list, just to see how it would affect my body, and just have some data on what happened to my body in that time. But between each of those deviations, I went back to fasting and cleansed my system. And that's why in January of 21, I did that 40-day fast. Because I said, I don't care about none of this stuff. Let me just start from scratch. Purge my system and go back from scratch with the information I have from my little research and go back to Dr. Sabi's nutritional guide. And I did that. 21 was all Dr. Sabi. 22 is when I started, when I moved here to St. Lucia. As a matter of fact, the 22nd is my year anniversary being here on the island. But I was always doing some sort of experiment. And this one might be the worst. And I realized I don't care how alkaline you are. There are certain things that you cannot do. I don't care how vegan you are. There are certain things that you cannot do. And I will attest to that just as being the ding-dong that tested it for myself. You know? And I needed to see because there were some certain things that I had done during previous fasts that were lingering because of some things. And next week, after we start our fast, I'm going to start rolling this experiment that I did. And it was from January to the 23rd and February. So it's been about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. Actually, it might be more. But I'll reveal what the experiment was on next week so that you all can really see, because I got to clean my body. I got to clean my body. But I need to find out if you all have any questions about anything that we're doing right now. At present, next week, we're going to be dealing with fasting. I'm not sure if I'm going to join you all in either the 21 days or 40 days. But I know that there has been an expressed, I don't know why I can't get my words together, an expressed interest in doing the either the 21 or 40-day fast. So I'm going to be there to coach you all the way through. And who knows, I may just join. For some reason, it's very hard for me not to fast when you all are fasting. I feel like I need to be involved so that when you have certain symptoms, even though I've been through almost all, because to date I think I've done 12 total water fasts since 2021 or 2020. And I think I know a little something about some of the effects that you're going to feel when doing these the fast. But I'm going to tell y'all, we need to. You got to fast. For some reason, I feel it more necessary to fast now than ever. I believe that the food industry, they're straight up on it. When I hear that Bill Gates now has a lettuce, and it looks like iceberg, that has the vaccine in it. Y'all, tell me that ain't so. I mean, it's borders on the same kind of criminality of putting fluorine in our water, our everyday drinking water. And in the same breath saying that certain levels of it are going to give you cancer. And it's printed in NIH. I don't understand why we still got fluorine in the drinking water. So I don't know. And those are things that you got to get your public officials. Y'all going to wind up being another Flint, Michigan. How did that escalate to that level? I don't understand that. Killing those people left and right, like they just chose that city to just eradicate it. And people were selling their homes for a doggone laptop computer. I mean, it just tore the city down to the ground. I don't know what that was about, but if you ever want to devalue some property, just make sure all the resources are messed up. And I wonder, man, somebody do some research, find out what was in Flint, Michigan and what is now. Because it just sounds like they just want to buy it all up. Or, I don't know. I don't know. But let's check out Bankster Society. I love that. My melanin is popping. I love that. Y'all just don't understand. I've been in that sun. You got it right. Bankster Society got it right. You just lifted my spirits, because I'm telling you, I was showing friends pictures of me, former pictures of me. And here they would call that shopping, where real light skin, almost blank to no color. Look at This is pure gold. You hear me? Man, and it ain't going nowhere. That's why I can't leave. You see this melanin? Y'all, I just want to get darker. I would just want to get, and for some reason, that's why I say we must be living in the 20s here. Because they just, like these shamans are supposed to be all that. Oh no. We have now been educated to the fact that melanin is more priceless than gold. Y'all heard? It has been documented that melanin is more pricey than gold. So I'm trying to suck it on. And y'all know I can just absorb it all. I want to be black as night. Y'all hear me? With this white hair. I love it. I love it. But yeah, that melanin is something else. Something else. Hey, Rachel, what's up? Y'all, I was... Thanks to society just got me yoked now because I'm like, yeah, somebody noticed. I'm black as sin. Man. Y'all, let's get up. I had the best Valentine's Day dinner on Valentine's Day, the day after, and just finished it up for noon today. A simple spaghetti with a little bit of mushrooms that I had to buy in a can, y'all. Actually, it was a jar. It's the mushrooms that they have in the jar for decorations. They don't sell mushrooms. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was late. But, I got to grow my own. Y'all, hook a sister up. Somebody send me some mushroom growth kits. I want to grow some lion's mane and some oysters, and I think I need to do that because I'm dragging my feet with part of my diet that's most important, the mushrooms. And to hear that lady talk about, and I tried to give her a chance, talk about you shouldn't be eating fungus, mushrooms, and you shouldn't be eating sea moss. These things don't have a seed. We should only be eating things that come from a seed. I'm like, if this doesn't sound like somebody who heard a little bit, didn't watch the video to the end or something, this has got to be it. Yeah, y'all know I do peer-reviewed scholarly research so that I can hear the experts argue. And I've yet to find one. And they talk about sea moss, they talk about mushrooms. Paul Stamets. All you got to do is go to Paul Stamets. And this girl is actually on lot and just keep saying it and saying it. And when asked to provide resources, she didn't. And then in the comments, I'm seeing other people talking about she must be one of them Dr. Sabi. There's some people that say you shouldn't be doing this and that. Anything that's Dr. Sabi you shouldn't be doing, basically, is what they tout. And she kind of sounds like that, where she want to disrupt anybody who's dealing with Dr. Sabi because you shouldn't, because she says it together. And that's the first key. You shouldn't do sea moss and you shouldn't do mushrooms. Who puts those two together but Dr. Sabi? You know what I mean? So then she goes on to talk about, oh yeah, would you eat mold off the wall? Oh my God. You're considering that fungus there, and then with no receipts. It's like, I don't know. What I instantly assumed was that this was somebody who's trying to get some sort of following from controversy. But when the controversy is over and done with and you stand there looking like an idiot talking about don't eat mushrooms and don't eat sea moss in the same breath, I mean, you sound like that girl that called Keith Lee a cheat. He called Keith Lee a cheat, said he stole her idea. And look at her now. I'm telling you, do you even see her? I think they snuffed that girl on the ground. They got whole freaking TikToks of people saying, yeah, I got this problem with Keith Lee. Yeah, he stole my scissors. He stole my pencil and all that stuff. Just rubbing it in that girl's face. And this is going to be another one. They ain't going to follow you if your stuff, I don't know. And she kind of got in her feelings when people started really questioning. She's like, oh no, I gotta go. We gotta go eat. She's coming on every 5 minutes. And for some reason, they just kept feeding that crap to my For You page. And I didn't even want to look like I'd been there anymore. It was like, let me keep scrolling. I don't want no attachment. Because, I think some people like that. Well, somebody like me, who, I live on sea moss and mushrooms, right? Have somebody like me get in their feelings, be like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, and be in their comments talking all this stupid stuff. And these are the very people that would use those comments against you. I peeped the game. Y'all just don't know. In my eye, I'm going to tell you, y'all realize here in St. Lucia, most people don't have hot water. We don't really, so I didn't think. But when you think about it, and I'm like, no, that's a part of the reveal next week with the experiment that I'm doing. So y'all, my family who's here live with me, y'all got a little hint of what I'm hinting at is going to be the big reveal next week on the 22nd. Because y'all know I got to do a year in review. I got to do a year in review here in St. Lucia. So y'all be there. I'm going to break it down live first, but I'm already have the video ready to launch on the 22nd. A year in review. And there are going to be a lot of family members, people who are following my alkaline vegan journey, that are going to be ultra surprised. I'm so, y'all going to be ultra surprised. Let me get to these comments, because I see y'all here. Yes. They've been eating our pineal gland since the dark ages. Y'all. Wait. Let me go back. That was way out of character, Bankster Society. Way out of line. I got to go back to the beginning. Hey, Nikki is a new member. Then we got Dre Days. I don't know how to say it, though. That's probably what it is. I want to say Drea Days. Anyhow, it says, hey, Miss Robin, lady. Okay, let me see. Somebody said something down here. Bankster Society. Greetings, love. Grand Goddess. Greetings. Bank Society. Glad you like the Bankster. Please listen to my music. I think I will. Wait a minute. Let me peek this. Yeah, y'all. Okay, yeah, we got to go back to Bankster Society. I want you all to follow each other, because the things that are going to happen next week on the 22nd, y'all gonna be rocked. Anyone that's following my alkaline vegan journey before the 22nd, you're eligible. They're still going through this. I love being able to utilize some of this technology. Okay, yeah. So Bankster Society has some music, y'all. We got support. Okay, Grand Goddess says, I will tap you Goddess. Okay, cool. Me, I love fasting. I do too, but I'm not up for it right now. I think I messed myself up a little bit by doing two so close together. Bankster Society says, myself was on a song called Can You Feel My Anger, where I talked about melanin concentration camps. Yeah, we need to check that out. I can only imagine when they start saying, and then all these missing kids and all. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Bankster Society says they've been eating our pineal gland since the dark ages. I did not know that, but that makes sense. That really does make sense, because Bankster, I'm gonna be doing a series, but I started with the atom, and I'm gonna build scientific proof that gets us there, because I was not there. And then I started researching the pineal gland, and that's why I chose that particular part of the body, because of what you're alluding to there. And what I did is I interviewed one of my friends. His name is Zaka, and we did the ayahuasca plant. Now, if y'all know about the ayahuasca plant, I'll get to the comments in a minute. The ayahuasca plant is one that's supposed to allow the chemical that is naturally uh, um, released by the pineal gland, not just melatonin, but there's some other things that, because of the calcification of the pineal gland, it can't get out there to do what it does. So what I decided when I did that interview with him on the ayahuasca, which allows the pineal gland, the chemical to get to the pineal gland, because normally it gets, we got so much shit in our system, it's not possible for the natural DMT to get to our pineal gland. And what you want is that's part of our natural, the thing that's naturally done by the pineal gland is to give off that hormone melatonin, but serotonin and DMT also. And the ayahuasca allows that to happen. So when I started doing the research and did the interview about that, y'all know that took me down a doggone rabbit hole. Straight, direct, no detours, nothing. Straight down a rabbit hole. I started coming across feed. That's how I came back across Billy Carson, I think his name is, and Voila, Me, Infinity. And the basis of their conversation is the ascension past the pineal gland. But what I want to do, and they go too fast because anybody get lost, because I know I've had to look back and say, wait a minute, it's 2023 and I have not been following Billy Carson. I had to really kind of go back and do some checks. Like, why was I, and I know I've seen him. I've seen all of this stuff that he talks about. He's out of MIT, and a lot of people won't even tell you that. This brother's out of MIT. He's a neuroscientist, and he's got some serious information about the things that come after the pineal gland. Y'all please go follow him. Now, I realized the reason why I wasn't following him because I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at all. I was not ready. Because the stuff this brother has to say, when you are ready, you ready. I'm telling you, just this year in 2023, I just started following Billy Carson. And I've been seeing him since 2020. That's 3 years to get ready. I really had to look back like, damn, that took me a minute. And for him to be saying the stuff that, and I guess the real reason why I'm appealing to any of it is because of my personal experience with it. I would never have known. You understand what I mean when I say finding out things that you didn't know you didn't know? That was one of them. So it's like when I deal with the pineal gland and my experiences while doing the long-term fasting that actually decalcified the pineal gland and gave me what many might call some magical powers and some mystical foresights and all that stuff. Hell yeah, that happened to me. It happened to me. And I don't do none of that crap. That was simply because of the decalcification of my pineal gland with the long-term fast. And that just let me know. I had stripped my body down, purged it such that I got to that part they didn't want to get loose. How many people you know have done 40 days of fasting twice in 2 years? I just want to know. I'd like to hear the accounts of any of these people of what they've gone through. Because I know I can't be the only one. Y'all hear what I'm saying? 2021, January through February, first 40-day fast. 2022, March 2nd through April 30th. Second 40-day fast. And I'm telling you, I experienced some wild shit. Simple as that. I don't know how else to say it. And I guess it would have to expect me to experience something because that's extraordinary. And I'm just realizing that. I just set my mind to get rid of all this bull crap that's accumulated. Because like I said, I'm a foodie and I would eat anything. Peanut butter on pig feet. Yeah, that's me. That is definitely me. You understand? Peanut butter on pig feet. Yeah, that was me. Let me get some water. So I'm doing all kinds of experiments and things involving myself because I'm the only one that I can do it on. If y'all can find me one other person that has done a 40-day all water fast, I don't care how long ago. I don't know. I'm going to start searching because I need to compare my experience to somebody. So then that's why we're going back to the atom, the molecule, the compound. Then integrating into that the study of the DNA. Because I think all of us need to go back to school when we start talking about this anti-inflammatory, antiviral. What is viral? What virus? We need to be educated on those terms. These are the terms they're using, and we need to go back to school to get that so we can use those terms in context with the stuff that we're learning as far as keeping ourselves nice and healthy. You understand? And that's what I aim to do. So I'm going to have a series of videos just breaking down basic science because just like the DNA is a molecule. Something as simple as that. Something as simple as that. The hormones that are excreted from the glands, are hormones. Melatonin, serotonin, all of those are hormones, and we need to differentiate and keep it in our minds. The differentiation in compounds, molecules. We need to keep that together, and I did that because when I'm doing my research, I have to kind of do a side note, be like, well, is that a mineral or a hormone, or because I get it confused too. But I think if we start at the beginning, we'll have this thing popping. Bankster says the melanin in a 165-pound man is worth $35 million. Wow. He says, good job with your health, pineal glandular speaking. Glandularly speaking. I know that's right. I'm telling you. Actually, my doctor confirmed it. Because now she's checking me out. She was the one that told me that I would always have to take that high blood pressure medicine. She really did. Hey, Rachel, what's up? Welcome home. She actually told me, and I told her, you's a lie. You're lying. The truth ain't in you. Because how is it I'm going to take some medication that, first off, is not going to cure me, and then you tell me I got to take it for life? Y'all, come again. I don't even understand how people fix their mouth to say some crap like that. And didn't even utter the words, you got to change your diet. You got to change your lifestyle. None of that. We're going to put you on this forever. So yeah, because I actually went to her, like, I finished this prescription, you go get another one. You're going to be on this for life, is what she said to me. She never said that to me before. I would never have taken it from the get-go. And because of my fasting, I got rid of my high blood pressure. The very high blood pressure that she said I would never get rid of because it's hereditary. What the freak does that even mean? Hereditary? Meaning I was born with it? And didn't know it? Something had to have triggered it. And this is me saying that we've got to take full control of our health and wellness because they don't give a crap. If anything, you on some doggone population control schedule. Let it be known you're on somebody's population control schedule. Now, you can do it on the front end or the back end because they got it in the Similac and everything. Stuff that is really shouldn't be in these foods that we're consuming. And every day they're telling you these things are outlawed in other countries but still legal in the USA. Come on, y'all. I mean, just in that little bit of knowledge just says that they don't give a freak about us. How can some other country that's lesser than the U.S., so they think in their mind, gonna ban some harmful stuff for their citizens, and we still let, like dummies, letting our citizens consume it in mass production, in mass quantities. That shit don't even make sense to me. So Bankster says, when the sun hits the pineal, he halted on high, is in the Bible. When the sun hits the pineal, he halted on high. Really? It's in the Bible. See, I gotta check that out. Darker the berry, definitely sweeter the juice. You know it. Yes, I pray for an alkaline goddess. I'm it. Ay. Banks Society says, every day the sun shines on our pineal gland, it produces melanin. Isn't that wonderful? And I now know about sun gazing and all of that. Moon gazing. And boy, ay. The pineal gland is clairvoyant. Okay, it seems enough to grow food where you are. And right now, I don't have any space. I was just talking, that's why we kind of lost connection, because I actually had a neighbor who has a little store. He's like me, didn't have a lot of green space. We're presently in St. Lucia. And where I live is close to the beach, and that caused me to give up green space. So I plant in pots. All of my plant space. So I plant in pots. All of my plants. I'm the only one growing dates here. Look at my ginger doing well. But my neighbor wants one of the trees because you will never find a date tree or a walnut tree here in St. Lucia. And I want to change that. Simple as that. Now the seeds I got from dates that I bought. Y'all know about the medjool dates. Let me just get the top. The medjool dates are the best dates, and they're out of India, Afghanistan, somewhere in the Middle East, and they are by far the best dates. They're sweet, they're gummy, almost like syrupy. Get on. Oh, we can find the top. This is the top to the dates. Hold on, let me close my door. Yeah, this is the top. And maybe I should just flip it. Hold on. I still have it. And I took the dates from these. This pack of dates here in St. Lucia cost me $52. And they had about 8, maybe 10 dates, which meant 10 seeds. Out of the 10 seeds, I planted all of them. I keep hitting something. Sorry about that, guys. And it keeps flipping the screen. But these right here are the dates. I don't have a case on my phone. These right here are the dates. And I've got another one in another pot. But you see, and then along with the tamarind, it doesn't stand a chance. There's so many things that I want to plant, and I just don't have space. This is like that ginger cone plant. It actually has like the purple, white, and red type blooms. And in it, I found birds of paradise. And hopefully they'll grow together. Here's some more birds of paradise here. Hi. And all of this is here. So y'all see I got some other plants. And then over here, Mosh! Oh, you see my papaya? You see my, hey, what's up? My papaya, my mango. I actually have a tomato plant that is growing. Oh, thank you. I got my shovel. We can do some plants. Okay, see ya. Yeah, check this out, guys. I got my shovel back. Okay, let's turn this. Okay. So, guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna create a garden here in my home, and I that's another story time. That's another story now. So we'll get to that next week. But yeah, let me go through some of these comments. Let me go back. Pineal gland is clairvoyant. I have had some serious acknowledgments of that. It seems enough to go through where you are. Okay, they gave me that blood pressure defecation. Thank you. I like that defecation. Yeah, I took it one time at the doc's. Never took it again, and I stopped taking it because it's like, of course, it's a diuretic. It's going to keep you using the bathroom. It's got all these attributes that you don't need it synthetically. I got rid of my high blood pressure in the first 21-day fast. Now, of course, she had to check me here and there to see if it was really gone. But after I did that first 21-day fast, I never again had any signs of high blood pressure. And it's been 3 years now. I think for the most part, my doctor has taken an active role in my health because I have it to say that she told me that I would never be off of this medication. I have it to say that she told me that I would be on this medication for life. I have it to say that she never gave me a diet plan. She never gave me anything like fasting. She never recommended anything but that medication for my health and wellness. She only gave me that medication. And when I blew her ass up about it, because I went to her and asked her for some sort of help as far as nutrition. Maybe I need to lose weight. Oh, with age, you're going to get bigger and fatter, whatever. Shut up. You can maintain your lifestyle, have the weight such that it doesn't encumber adding chronic illnesses. It's like they got a whole script for you to stay within that pharmaceutical loop, that whole loop. And I'm sure that even with a little education, and I am really kind of pissed at her, but I'm so glad she chose to do it the right way, to join me in my quest. And that's why I tell you all, make sure you always have your medical providers somewhere nearby, because you're teaching them. Many of them have not gone through any kind of training as far as meds or anything. I don't know what's happening. Nobody's tapping the screen. And we're not going to get out there. I see that. But I like that. So Rachel, I need to find out if you all are going to do either the 40-day or the 21-day fast starting next week, the 22nd, which is the first day of Lent, which means at midnight. I'm going to post some things, but like I said, I'm not quite sure I'm going to participate because I'm just out of an experiment, and I might have to give myself a little more time before I actually get there, because my body got to be ready. Y'all know I've never, an all water fast, I've never not completed one. Never. Now I had a break in one, I had to start over, but I've completed it. And that's kind of like what Rachel was saying here. It gets you closer to God, but it's your personal relationship with who you're calling the creator, who you're calling God. It puts you just closer there and gives you so much mental time to think about everything. Because I'm telling you, I wasn't so much into, it seems like everybody wants to be prosperous and money. I just want to be happy, And I don't think that entails money all the time. If anything, money encumbers it a lot of the time. So I just want to be truthful, just happy. And I think I was given that by being able to move here to St. Lucia. Just genuinely happy. I ain't got no qualms. Everything is A-okay. Now, of course, I wish I did have a little more money. But y'all know what I mean. Just being genuinely happy. I feel that here. And it's the first time, in a long time that I felt that. I mean, in a long time. And to be honest, I can't quite, well, I don't know, the time that I lived in Malta and the time when I lived in France, those were really, I guess because it was so new to me and it was such a different experience that it was like, wow, I was in awe and like in it, right in it, like I am now. I don't know, I just love it. Let me go through some more of these. I love it. Every time I put on these, I see Banks of Society saying your melanin is popping. Man, I'm gonna go through when I do the life in review for the year that I've been here. I'm gonna show y'all what I look like when I first got here. It's not like this. I'm so proud of myself. That means that I've been out in the sun. I've been soaking in those rays. I really have. And that's like he says that every time that sun hits that pineal gland, you're making melanin. I love that. I love that. Y'all know. And I gotta be careful though. They got concentration camps. It just makes sense because you got some greedy people. You say you would love to help me do that? Okay. Man. I don't know what y'all talking about. Let me come back over here. I think I'm out of the loop. Okay. So yeah. And you right. He said, hell no, don't give away your date treat. But see, y'all have to understand, for real, I want them to grow all over. I really do. Just give them a bunch. But they're not gonna grow anywhere for 7 years. It takes 7 years for them to produce. Dates are yes, awesome. I'm telling you, that's what I do for my sweeteners. And I got this local stuff. I had to watch my coins and stuff. And they're supposed to be organic and everything. These ain't got crap on Medjool. And I got the Medjool date seeds. These didn't even come with seeds. And that's what they do. And I bought them because I needed sugar. But there are the dates. And this is just like the olives. Y'all pay attention. When I say you're supposed to eat things with seeds, this had a seed. But they cut it out. They purposely cut it out for our convenience. So it was grown with a seed. Just like olives. There are olives that have seeds. And they've just taken them out and put them pimentals and some of that other crap in it. But those are born with seeds. Unlike some of these grapes and watermelons that you find them, they're completely closed and they have been extracted of all seeds by way of genetic modification. So don't eat those. You get it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, I buy that brand. It costs $4 to $8. And check this out. $52. I don't know who they trying to okie doke. I really don't understand it. But I believe Massey has a lot to do with that. That markup import charge. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way you can substantiate $52 for them things. And you only get like 8 seeds and 8 dates in them. It's ridiculous. It really is. So I've got my mom and some other family members sending me a barrel so that because that's how I live. I need my dates. I need walnuts, and they don't sell walnuts. A itty bitty bag of walnuts. Here they are. $15. Y'all, tell me. $15. And walnuts are not on this island. I need a walnut tree. I need to start this. Because honestly, if I'm going to stay here, we gotta do better with our food. I go into the grocery store and I get depressed all over. Can't find a Roma tomato, can't find a actual cherry tomato. And all the fruits are imports, like the apples, the pears, all imports. And they're like $6 for one apple. Y'all, I need to grow my own. You hear me? Cucumbers, onions, stuff like that, easy. But I need like berries, like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. That shit is like $25 for that little half a pint. So it's like, yeah, and they're all imports. So yeah. So Banks said, you got the job. I need your help. So let's see. We want to know about where you live. Yeah, I live in St. Lucia. Is Mary Jane legal there? Of course. Of course. I got a couple trees, and TikTok banned me because I guess they didn't understand. But I was just in my garden showing the garden. I didn't even talk about the plant. But I guess they saw that somebody said something and reported it, and I got banned. So I don't really talk about it too much. But we got more than just that. I mean, we got more than just that. I got raspberry plant I can send you. I would love that. I would look, because I will find a place, and I'm going to tell you. I have this friend, his name is Samson. He has really a lot of space on his land up there. And I've planted a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, tomorrow being the 20th, no, Monday is the 20th. Y'all get ready to do your planting. Monday the 20th, there's going to be a full moon. That's when you need to be planting. That's when you need to be planting. Get your seeds ready. Get them ready. Today is Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday. Get ready to plant something, whether it be in a pot, the ground, somewhere on Monday. Monday all day. Full moon. And I'm just going to test it. I'm going to test the theory because everybody here believes in that. Everybody. And they shit look good. You hear me? Let me go to my backyard. And he's in a concrete jungle too, right in front of the beach. But he got the nicest banana plant. And it just keeps flourishing all over in our way. But everything except for that. Y'all, look at this. This thing is gorgeous. Okay, let me flip the camera. Now, this is what I'm working with. They've changed the solar panel water thing on the roof, and this is where it lays. So I'm trying to do something creative with it. And some idiot took it upon himself to think that it's so dangerous, so he took it off my front. But look at this banana, y'all. Is that beautiful? And one of my friends says that part right there is a flower. It blooms into a flower. Look at that. This one, that one did, my. I just love these trees. And they gotta have just as much as no concrete as we. I mean, if she had just left a little piece open, you know, just a little piece so that we could maybe plant a tree like that, you know? And right there, right through there is the ocean. So these people built whatever and blocked us in. So we're going to unblock it, you know? Got to create some steps so we can get out of here. But, yeah, they got like 4 or 5 of them. Look at that. So I'm like, shoot, I want to grow one. And the way banana plants grow is kind of like it's on a rhizome. So you have this one tree here. As it's growing, it's going to give rise to whatever else, almost like bamboo, whatever else can grow. And it seems like that one was the first one, and it gave rise to that one, and that one gave rise to that one. And now this is the latest one. So y'all, we got to talk to Cisco, see if we can barter some of those bananas. I love bananas too. And I don't often have them where they're, let me flip the camera, where they're green. I take them and I let them just get nice and they're so sweet. I mean, they're really sweet. I'm telling you. Talk about making anything banana. That's when you want them. When they're black like that. I don't want to eat it right now. But y'all see how I do? And this is mango. And what I have to do is make mango chow or mango chutney because they're still green and tart. But that's okay. We'll make something with them. So, yeah, next week we're going to do some gardening. Definitely gardening on Monday. And Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to do Wednesday, I'm going to do the year in review. And then, y'all tap the screen. Then we're going to get ready for our fast. So y'all get ready. We're going to be on a nice little mission next week. So get ready. Let's see. I'm going to post some videos about I'm going to post some videos about the retreat. I'm thinking about this, my visitor. Anyhow, we'll talk because that's another story time. But I'm gonna post a couple videos about our upcoming fast. We're gonna talk about our new breathing and fitness aspect because we've got to get that together. And I'm gonna tell you why when I come back, because I'm working on something right now and I don't want to reveal too much, and that's why I guess I'm like because it's all coming together like right now as far as our whole program for the year. So you all stay with me. I'm going to be back tomorrow at noon. I may be about 30 minutes late because I'm working on this part and there's an interview that I need to do. So tomorrow at 12 noon, I'll be on. I may have to leave early or come late, but either way, I'll be here at around 12. And we're going to talk about some specific things that are coming up next week. I've got to plan it a little better, and I'll present tomorrow. But let me go through the rest of these comments, and we're going to go through and come back tomorrow and just hone in all of it. Jungle Queen Lioness, I like that. Dread Day says, okay, lady. Bankster says, do you eat salmon? No. I'm not eating any fish or anything. Even though if I'm cheating, I am. But no, I don't eat none of that. Raspberries, yes. I definitely want some raspberries. And guys, I still don't have the store open yet, but I think I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit. The sea moss is always going to be available, but I think I'm the distro. I'm sending major amounts of sea moss to the States. So there are some other distributors that can sell my stuff, and I'll give you their names so that, since my store is not going to be open for a minute, well, I can't even say a minute. I'm not working on it right now. That's the reason why I'm, I need y'all to be taken care of. The chelation you all do need to buy. If you're going to do any part of this fast, you need to get the chelation. And the chelation is available in my store, but I need you all to directly, right here, if you want it, just let me know. DM me, because we're trying not to send any business to Square at all. And the website is still on Square's platform. We don't want to send any money to Square. So, yeah, I have no garden space, but I'm going to make some garden space. I'm going to make plant box that also incorporate my, what is it called? The composting, because I've got a lot of composting. And that was another thing. I had y'all know the 2 jugs of water that I had all the banana peels and watermelon rinds and all that? Somebody took both of them. Just took them right from in front of my house. So I don't know. I'm not ever putting my plants back out there. I don't trust none of that. Somebody feel big and bad enough to take shit off my front, claiming that it's dangerous, this, that, and the other, and then don't even give it to me. Just take it like you're a big kid. You don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm gonna take it from you because you're a big kid. I can take care of it better than you can, and then don't even give it back to me. I'm without the water and the glass, the copper glass. Fuck that. I'm never putting no shit back out there. I'll put it in the backyard where I can lock it down so people can't tell you what you're supposed to have on your front. Keep that fucking shit. That pissed me off. Y'all just don't understand. That pissed me off. It's like being violated. Didn't even come to me and say, could you move that? Because my kids, and even though it's on my property. Yeah, could you move that? It's dangerous. They didn't even come to me with that. Just took it and tossed it. That shit pissed me the freak off. Y'all understand? And then the glass that was broken, I put my water bottles out there so nobody would roll over the water, and they removed the water bottles and didn't even give them to me. Man, y'all know it took me a minute to put all them bananas and stuff in there, and they were doing my plants so well. But that's okay. I got more bananas and stuff. I just hate that violation where you think you big and bad enough to come on my property and touch my shit. I feel like, Anyhow, I better get off here because I'm getting riled. I'm getting riled. Because I dare you to touch they shit. I dare you to go over there and touch anything of they shit. You understand what I'm saying? They wouldn't like it like that, right? Dumb motherfucker. Brown. Brown Jareen, how are you? Welcome to the family. Yeah, I don't need no camera. I need my freaking fist. I need my freaking fist because I know exactly what that was about. Somebody over here trying to flex, stupid shit. Yeah, I'm telling you. My birthday is March 16th, and I'm going to have a big blowout. I'm having my truck and my bike sent from the U.S. down to St. Lucia. So I'm hoping to be driving by my birthday. So yeah. And even with that would allow me to take my plants to another area so that they can be put in the ground and grow. Yeah. So guys, listen, I'm love that you all joined us. Hey, Lucretia. How are you? Welcome home. Welcome home. Y'all, we're going to actually reconvene tomorrow, 12 o'clock. I'm going to post some things. Y'all check out my feed today, and it'll explain to you basically what we're going to be doing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whole week of activities because my 1 year in review of being here in St. Lucia, my birthday coming up, the gardening, full moon Monday. We've got a lot of stuff that we're doing. Banks Society says, I dig you. You're very special. Thank you. So guys, Queen Sheba, welcome home. Good day, everyone. Sending love and blessings always. Give love to our ancestors. They're waiting on you. Yes. Hi, Queen Sheba. Welcome home. Listen, we're about to get off, but join us tomorrow at 12 noon where we unroll and unwrap and unveil all this be done with my alkaline vegan journey and the family members. Because y'all still know that we got our family reunion retreat coming in August. We're going to talk about all of this because I haven't even posted this stuff. We're trying to get real numbers of people who are going to be joining us in August for the retreat. Even though those numbers are going to dictate how many free package deals we give away. So we need to get numbers right away. We got people already willing to subsidize the trip. So it's going to be at a really discounted rate. They want you here. I want you here. So y'all, join me tomorrow at 12 noon, TikTok. And that's U.S. Eastern Time. I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow.